Hi and welcome to day 8 of my 30 days learning to hack challenge. So today we are still going to be continuing with bash scripting. So I'll just take off from where I stopped the last time. Remember we stopped here. So I let's start off with this. So from here we're going to be seeing conditions and we saw variables and how to work. We saw how to execute, and then we are going to continue with variables, conditions and loops and all of that. But before then, I want to rewrite this guy that we did here. Remember, we had to use naming a variable first. We had to use echo hello, welcome to day 7, then read, enter your name and all of that. If you can't remember or if you missed the previous class, you should go back to check how we got this done. So I want to show us another way to get it done. Another way to get it done is by simply using, along with the read, we are going to be using the P flag. The P flag. So the P simply prints a message before the read. Okay, so let's see, it's going to be looking something like this. So we have, okay, I need to get into this guy first. Okay, so this was what it looked like. This was what we had. Okay, so but now I am going to now in let me show you something real quick. So in bash scripting, okay, let me just do this very quick. Let me rewrite this guy first. Okay, let me rewrite this guy. So I'm gonna have something like this. Read -p. Then what will it print? It's gonna print for me. So it's gonna print for me this guy. Read -p is gonna print for me this guy. Let me see what is your name? Alright, what is your name? Then I have that. You can keep space. Let me keep space. Alright, so what is your name? And then I will go ahead to specify that name is a variable. I'll go ahead to specify that name is a variable. Alright, this is a question, so it should have a question mark. Okay. So the next thing I want to do now is echo echo still prints out. More like echo gives output of what you have written. Okay. Hi and welcome. Hi and welcome to day 8. Alright, So you know how we do it? We Control O, write out first, Control O, enter, then Control X, Control X. So let's execute that file now. Enter your name, Banjo. Trust you are good. What is your name? Okay, so this is the second part. What is your name? What is your name? So I can just enter the name here. Carlos. Hi and welcome to the 8 Carlos. You can see how we did this here. Alright. So this first part. We have it here. Okay. So that is it for this one. The next thing we want to see now, we're going to go straight into the conditions and then the loops. So to start off with the condition, we're going to be seeing first off the if condition, if statement. So we head into our script. Alright. So we're gonna have something like this. Okay, let me start all over. Let me stay with this guy read. What is your name? And if what this means is it returns this -z returns 0 in the case where the result is empty. It's nothing. There's nothing there. It's 0. All right. So this is true. Rather, this -z returns true if the result is 0. Okay. So what I'm trying to do now is, okay, it should return. So if name is not, if name is empty, is 0. If name is 0, then prompt, please enter your name. So Control 0, enter Control X. You notice that at this point I didn't put anything, I didn't give a name. So it's telling us to enter, please enter your name. So let me execute it again and see what it will tell us. Please enter your name. You What is your name? What is your name again? I enter something. It didn't give us an issue. It did not give us an issue. So let me try it with even the first name. So I don't enter a name at all. Hey, I trust you are good. What is your name? I don't enter a name at all. What is your name? And I enter a name here. It didn't give us an issue. Alright, let me try again. For all, what is your name? What is your name? What is your name? Nothing. I enter here. I didn't enter anything here. It's telling us, so it doesn't apply to these other ones that I have already. It only applies to this last one that so let's see. It only applies to this last guy. Alright. Okay, this one is not even named. This one, the variable is user input. Alright, so it is this one that is even named. So it doesn't apply to this guy, it applies to the last one. Alright, so we are good. Control X. Okay. So let's see for if else. Alright, so we go back to our inside our script, and then inside our script we do this. So read -p, sorry, -p how old are you? Age. So if age okay, this has to be in the quotes. If age is greater than or equals to age is greater than or equals to 18, then echo you are an adult. Else echo you are not an adult. Control 0. Control O. Why do I keep saying 0? Then Control X. So let's run it and see. Okay. Okay, I think I know what the issue is. So, okay, this is the issue. Let's go back inside. Okay, let me show us first. This number here is seen as a string. So it's not seen as a number. Let me go back inside of the script. Look here. Age is seen as a string because it's coming in from an input. Alright, it's coming in from an input. Usually that's what happens. So I have to be the one to convert it, to convert the string to a number. So to do that, I'll have to use, excuse me, I'll have to use X, EXPR, EXPR, which is a command. There are several commands, but the one I want to use now is EXPR. So we have, sorry. Alright, so wait, why did I even put this before? Okay, let me see something first. I'm just discovering something now. Control 0, C, enter, X. Okay, I just have to do that guy. So this guy just has to be. Okay, so Control 0, enter, Control X. So let's see again. Four. It's giving me an issue. What do I do? Okay, okay. Is greater than 18. Control 0, enter, Control X. This is getting interesting. $34. Okay, I'm tired. Okay. Let me try this one more time. Oh, sorry. Let me try this one more. Okay. Okay. Control O. Sorry. Control O. Enter. Control X. God help me. I am tired. What am I not doing right? What am I not doing right? Let me go again. Okay. I got to understand. Okay, let me try this first before. But I got to understand that spacing inside of this guy can be an error. So, bash, bash. Bash will bash you. Okay, so what is next? Control X. Oh god. It worked. 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 Okay, it worked. All right. So, oh my god, I'm so happy. All right, let me do something. Let me remove all these guys. All this gibberish, gibberish, gibberish. Let me just start from here. Wait a minute. That doesn't work. Okay. 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 Control O, enter, Control X. Okay, what is your name? Tonya. How old are you? 12. You are not an adult. Let me run it again. What is your name? Tonio. How old are you? 32. You are an adult. I'm so happy. Okay, guys. All right. So let me move on to. Okay, this is if else statement and that. Okay, so let me try to. Let's see loops. But before we see loops, let me explain what happened. Okay, so basically, before now, I had this wrapped up with what is it called? What I did basically is just to space it adequately, adequate spacing. Because if you do it this way, if you don't space it properly, you may have an error. So and I removed this from the string, I removed it from this guy, remove it from this curly brace, because it's not a string, it's a number actually. So I just directly called it, and then voila. So let's move on to let's move on to loops. Loops. In Bash, there are three loops basically. You have the for loop, the while loop, and the until loop. So the first one I want to see, first one I want to try out is the for loop. So let's see how it works. Always remember that we'll go into our bash script first, and then so let's try that. So I'm going to declare a variable and call it users. Like I want to list out. Okay, no, I want to list out the name of users. Users equals Alice. Sorry, Alice, Joanna, Binta, Yusuf, and choose. Alright, so I'm going to have a for loop that says for. I'll declare another variable that will store for user. Take note, the first one is users. Then this other one for the for loop is user. For each user that is in this variable called users, I don't know if you understand. For each user that is in this variable called users, do what? Do print out their names individually. Sorry. Do done. Control O, enter, Control X. So let's return that. Oh. Control O, enter, Control X. What is your name? Alright, so it's listing them out one after the other. It loops through their names and lists them out. Alice, Joanna, Binta, Yusuf, Eno, Chooks. Alright, so let's try out. That is for loop. For loop. The next thing we want to see is we can do this for number. The next thing we want to see is while loops. Oh my god, I'm hungry. I think we should end here for, okay, let me just finish while loops. Then in day 9, we're going to see how we can combine all of these things we've learned, in Bash to use it in actual hacking. Hacking. So that's what we're going to look at. So let me just finish this for today. So let's look at while loop and then until loop, and we are good. We run out of here. So for while loop, you have something like, okay, basically, while loop has some sort of counter. So while this thing is this, keep doing this, keep counting. All right. So it's an example I want to use. Let's say call this guy counter. Right, and then while counter. Now, did you notice the difference here now? Wait, I'll show you what I'm talking about. Now, since this was a variable, we had to wrap it around a, what is it called now? Since this was a variable, we had to wrap it around a curly brace. Alright, but this guy, sorry, since this was, did I say variable? Since this was a string, we have to wrap it around a curly brace. But this guy is collecting a number, there is no need for a curly brace. Alright? Okay. So while the counter starts from 1. So while the counter is less than or equals to 10, do this. Do what? Do what I'm about to tell you to do. Do this. Do what? Do what I'm about to tell you to do. Okay, so repeat. Then we are good. Control O, Control X. So you see, so what this is, start from 10 and continue looping till it's less than or equals to 10. So if it's, that was what we asked it to do, till it's less than or equals to 10. Only display what is less than or equals to 10. So if we increase what we had here, if we increase what we had, what we have here, so to maybe 20, so to keep counting, to keep looping 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 till it is less than or equal to 10. So if we say we want it to stop at 9, we'll just say less than 10. All right, so let's see that. Control Enter X. So we go over the process again. Tina, how old are you? 67. See, stopped at 9, less than 10. That was what we specified there. So it showed 10 because we said less than or equal to 10. Alright, so that is it for while loop. Let us go to the until loop. Until loop. Always head into your bash script first. Then you get a word. So for the until loop, it's still going to be the same thing. Let's say, okay, this time around we're not going to call it counter. Let's just call it count. So that'll be a difference. Begin from 1, no doubt. But when you begin from 1, loop until, take note, I'm keeping space between this guys and this guys. That was what gave us the issue we face at some point, the issue we face at some point here. Okay. Greater than 10. So count until it's greater than 10. Do what? Do what I'm gonna tell you. Do what? Do what I'm gonna tell you to do. Regular bracket and square bracket are not the same, so don't get it mixed up, please. So Control O, Control O, Control O, Control O, Control O, Control O, then enter, then Control X. So let's run this to see. Nina. 7 Okay, so what happened here now? What happened here now is that the difference between while loop and until loop is that until loop will run the commands within the loop until the condition is true. So we said it should run until we said let's go back into the script so that you see. We said it should keep counting, it should keep adding one until it is this is for this is for while loop. This is until. It said it should keep counting, increasing by one until when it increases by one until it's greater than 10. If it's greater than 10, it should stop. That means it will stop. So while until loop repeats a loop until this guy is true. So if it's greater than 10, that means it's 11. So that's where it will stop. It will stop at 10. All right. Okay. So with that, we've come to the end of day 9. Sorry, day 8. See you in day 9.